Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is watching Tom Sandoval's weird, bizarre, awkward encounter with, I believe his name is Joshua. He is a paparazzi for TMZ, for Page Six. I believe this is the same guy that was talking to Raquel Rachel, and also the same guy that talked to Ariana right before she went to film her Lifetime movie with Megan Good. So we're going to watch the clip of, Tom Sandoval's response and everything. So before we dive in, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And check out the description box down below, you guys, and join our newsletter. So I'm going to wait for a couple more people to come into the room, and then we will watch the video, and then we'll get into it. We will discuss. But in the meantime, let's go over the article, and this is from TMZ. It says, Tom Sandoval has opened up publicly, at least kinda sorta, saying he couldn't handle the whole cheating thing better. He couldn't handle the whole cheating thing better, but at the same time, he gives himself some wiggle room by talking about the clarity of hindsight. Tom was outside Pop Music Studio in the San Fernando Valley Monday night when a photog asked him if he had regrets about cheating on Ariana with Raquel. He does, he says, but he also says, hindsight's 2020, man. Listen, this is the thing. Tom Sandoval is still paying to be a rock star. He's still paying these people to play with him. And I wonder if he's getting paid for these gigs. But hey, whatever it is. As for why he's taking so much heat, given that he's not the first ever cheating scandal on Vanderpump Rules, Tom passes it off this way. I just think it was really unexpected. No, I'm going to tell you why you're getting the heat, and it's not because it was, quote, unexpected, all right? Now, let's watch the video, and then we'll get into it, all right? Here we go.
How are you?
Good, I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, it's been a minute. How you doing?
Where you been?
Just working.
Yeah.
What about you?
Just living.
Okay. How was the reunion?
It's interesting. You'll have to wait and see it.
Okay. I heard it was pretty crazy, like a lot of stuff happening.
Yep.
Without revealing too much, because I know you can't. Can you tell us just anything about what happened? Like just something.
Can't, man.
Okay.
I literally can't.
All right. It's not too bad. How's Ariana doing? Have you guys talked or?
Oh, I can't comment on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has the scandal, the whole scandal that's happened, has it had any effect towards the restaurant business, like you and Tom's restaurant?
Oh yeah, of course.
Is it in a worse way or is it in a better way?
It's tough, man. I don't know. I honestly don't even want to comment on that, but
Okay.
But yeah, it's been rough.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I hope it gets better. I think over time,
Thanks,
like
man.
this is bringing a lot of it's kind of like a bad time, but I think like over time it'll get better. Like just because
I mean,
it's bringing a lot of press towards you guys.
They say time heals all wounds, so just have to wait and see what happens.
Okay. How's your relationship with Raquel? How you guys doing?
I can't talk about that, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How's I see you're making music. What anything you want to share about the music you're creating?
I mean, we have a bunch of tour dates coming up. What is it? Friday we're in St. Clarita.
Is it?
We're going back to the Canyon Club for Saturday the 8th, and the 7th we're at
In Montclair.
Okay.
Canyon Club.
All right. So you guys practicing right now, or you're
Yeah.
recording new music?
Not recording.
Okay.
We're just practicing.
Okay. Do you have any new music coming out anytime soon, or?
No, I got so much other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So no
Tour's
new
coming out.
music. Okay.
We're gonna be all over the country.
All right. That'll be pretty dope. Anything you want to share? It's like I can't really ask you a lot.
I know. I can't. I mean, I just I can't really talk much about it.
If you could go back and change everything that happened, would you go back and change it?
Hindsight's always 2020, man.
Okay, so you wouldn't go back and change everything that happened, like as far as the cheating, you wouldn't go back and change that?
Oh, I mean, like I just said, hindsight's always 2020. It's like,
So you're looking forward, like everything that happened in the past happened.
Like like when you, meaning like you know. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets at all about cheating? Why do you feel like you're getting so much heat? Considering I've watched the show, like I'm not gonna lie, I really had no clue about the show like that much. And now that I've watched a lot, everyone cheated on the show. Why do you think you're getting the most heat out of like everyone else that's cheated on?
Oh, I just think it was really unexpected.
Okay, so just because it came out of nowhere and
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Is that your? That's a soundbite.
That's just a little soundbite.
You know what hindsight. You know what hindsight.
Yeah, I know what that
means. Like
yeah.
when you look back at a situation, you think of all the things that you should have, would have, could have done.
Oh, okay.
Better.
I didn't know. I thought it was more like the future, like you're looking towards.
No, hindsight, like looking back at like when you handle a situation, like well, yes, I could have handled things way better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you do regret cheating, like, you know, maybe you could have done it way better and.
Of course.
Kept them. Okay.
Of course.
Ugh. All right, let's get into the mess. First of all, Tom, you kept saying you couldn't say anything, you couldn't say anything, you couldn't say anything. But that's a lie, because I'm going to tell you what we already know that you're alleging you cannot say. So you said you couldn't say anything about the reunion, right? But hasn't it already been leaked that 2 cast members, allegedly it wasn't Tom Sandoval, Ariana, or Raquel Rachel, but 2 other cast members almost got physical? You couldn't say that. We already know that. And Andy had to come between the 2 of them. I'm guessing it's James and Tom Schwartz. I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Who do you think the castmates were that almost got physical? I think it's James and Tom Schwartz. We also know about the reunion that Sheena Shea was served fake legal documents that had no legal meaning from your new weird girlfriend, Rachel Raquel, when Rachel Raquel was lying and saying, oh, I'm going to drop the temporary restraining order, but you can't actually drop a temporary restraining order. You have to do something else that Sheena's lawyer then came out and talked about. So we know that happened. Why couldn't you mention that? That's been all over the news, all over the blogs. You could have talked about that. Also, you could have talked about the fact that you were defending your actions. At the reunion, you weren't saying hindsight is 2020. At the reunion, allegedly, you were defending yourself. Oh, me and Ariana weren't happy. We weren't having sex. We blah, 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 blah. Again, those are reasons to break up with somebody, not to have a 8-month, year-long, however the hell long affair with the woman that she thinks is her friend. Okay? So you could have talked about that you were defending yourself. You weren't saying at the reunion, hindsight's 2020, and I'm really sorry, and I would do things differently. No, you were defending yourself because you're narcissistic and you're windmilling and you think you can talk yourself out of everything. Weirdo. But you can't talk about it, right? Side note, I found it really hilarious that the photographer did not know the meaning of hindsight. He was like, oh, so like you're just looking to the future. It's like, no, that's actually the exact opposite of hindsight. Hindsight is when you look back at someone, look not back at something, you look back on something and you say it with a different perspective. Hindsight's basically like, well, if I knew now what I knew then, I would go back and do it differently. Or I see the situation differently now. From this perspective, I can look back and see I did this wrong. I could have done this better. Hindsight's the exact opposite of looking at the future. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, he doesn't know what hindsight is. But that's okay. That's okay. We all learn something new every day. Now, let's get into what he also said when he was asked about Rachel Raquel. He says, I can't talk about it, man. I can't talk about it. Well, she's talking. Didn't she rattle off the other day, also to TMZ, about how you and her, and she was like, well, we're not putting a label on it. You know, we're just going to get through this and we're not going to put a label on it, you know, but, you know, we'll have to take accountability. That weird interview. She's been talking about it. But you have no comment? That to me confirms what I've been thinking and saying this entire time. Raquel, Rachel, girl, you done drunk the Kool-Aid. You really think he's into you, but he's actually not. That's why he's like, yeah, I can't talk about it. Because in his mind, he's like counting down the days until when it would be societally appropriate to break up with her. And in her ding-dong head, she's like, well, we're just not going to put a label on it because things are complicated right now. It's like when your friend is talking to you about an F-boy and like, it's just what it is. But in her mind, she's like still trying to like pretend like it's a real relationship. And you're like, oh, well, he only texts you at 2 a.m. Oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's like, but yeah, he's just really busy at work. Like stuff like that. Girl, Rachel, Raquel, he's not putting a label on it because he doesn't actually want to be with you. Because the thing about a personality like Tom Sandoval, it's not about her. It's about control. I agree with Jax. Jax said on Watch What Happens Live. It's about control. I think Rachel feeds his ego. And I think that he likes that she is enamored with him. She thinks he's the coolest thing since sliced bread. He stole her from James. I think it's all ego-based. It's also been released that everyone is saying, oh, they really want to be together. They're really in love, all this, that, and the third. But it's also been said that he's already been cheating on her since the scandal broke. Kristen Doty said on that podcast with that Nick guy, the Vile Files, whatever it's called. Sorry if I slaughtered your name. I don't watch The Bachelor. I'm sorry, dude. The Nick Vile Files. She said on that podcast that word on the street was that Tom Sandoval was already cheating on her because he had sex with a fangirl 2 days after the scandal broke. That Friday in Anaheim, when him and his band were playing, allegedly he had sex with a girl there. Which tracks. Because remember, right when he broke up with Kristen and he had been cheating on Kristen with Ariana, during that same exact window of period of time between breaking up, the cheating being exposed, and him being with the other person, he slept with Miami girl. Same exact MO. But you have Rachel Raquel thinking somehow she's special and different. Girl, you're not. You're not putting, because, and this is another reason why I think that, because she's saying, oh, we're not putting a label on it. He's saying, I can't talk about it. Those are two different vibes. Those are two different things. Girl, you in danger, girl. Let's also get into him saying the reason why he's gotten all the heat, right? The reason why he has all the heat is because it was so unexpected. I'll give you that. I think that was a part of it, but I think the bulk of it is the psycho-ness of what happened. That you dressed up as her for Halloween, that you were seen kissing at Coachella, that you had sex with her, allegedly in the same house that you shared with Ariana when Ariana was there and when she wasn't. The fact that you had matching lightning bolt necklaces, the fact that you gave her ex-fiance James, who also happens to be one of your really good friends, $12,000 to propose to her with. The fact that Raquel was all in Ariana's face, acting like she was her friend. The fact that you guys have known each other for like 5 or 6 years, her being in a relationship with your friend, and it being a full-blown affair. Also, maybe the fact that you're 40, dude, and all of the other cheating everybody else is talking about was when you guys were like 25. Maybe that's a big reason why too. Also, back then you were, sharing a weird apartment in West Hollywood, and now you have a $2 million mortgage with somebody. Also, maybe because you've been with Ariana for almost a decade versus, with Kristen and everything, both of you were cheating on each other and you guys were young and dumb and broke and having fun and whatever. So it's not that it's unexpected. It's the way in which you did it and the timing of life in which you did it at. It's a very different story if you are 18 years old and you cheat on your 18-year-old girlfriend versus if you're 55 and you have 3 children and a mortgage and a house with somebody and you've been married for 25 years. you think that the reaction to the same exact action is going to be different. Yes, the same action is, quote, cheating, but when you actually put the action with intentionality and in context, of course you're going to get more smoke. So shut up, Tom. Shut up. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this whole situation? And stick around my candy cane, so I'm going to take some of your candy cane questions and comments. But what do you think about this? What do you think about Tom having no comment about the reunion, about him not owning, he's definitely not claiming Rachel Raquel, even though they were seen right after the reunion having dinner together. It said that they were a couple-y, but they were not PDA or like overly affectionate. But again, at this point, who else does Tom have other than his bandmates that he pays? Those aren't his friends. Those are his employees. If you pay me to hang out with you, I'm not your friend. I'm your employee. So who does Tom actually have? Tom Schwartz is now filming Winter House. And behind Tom Sandoval's back, Tom Schwartz is not supporting him at the reunion or behind his back. So who does Tom really have other than Rachel Raquel? I think at this point, he's with her out of convenience. I think he thinks, for my reputation, it's better to pretend like we're still together than to break up with her the way that I really want to. Because I think that Tom was cheating on Ariana with multiple women, not just her. I don't believe it's some love fantasy fairy tale. Just doesn't make any sense. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend, because a kiki is always better with community. And check out the description box down below and join our newsletter. It is 100% free. So with that, you guys, let's take some of your candy cane questions and comments. I will also drop the link in case anybody wants to come up and chat. As always,